Before I start, I'd like to give you 2 tips for the Safe Seven Gamers program. First of all is starting. You will find that the Safe Seven Gamers book that you get is like a godsend to you. It has a lot of numbers that you'll find in there that you can call up, and many of the people will be very helpful and try to find opportunities for you to start working there. However, other people will be like, no volunteer work here. However, you will find a placement if you look hard enough into a booklet and call as many numbers as you can. My second piece of advice is do not procrastinate and leave this to the last minute like I did. Because you will find that if you do it during the final yearly exams, when you have exams to worry about and studying, you will find it's very hard to both find placement and find work to do and get your 20 hours done. Seeing as I had to get an extension for my project because I was lazy and didn't do it to the last minute, which is the pro tip that I give: do not be me and do it at the last minute. So, where did I find placement? I'd like to share you my personal story in face saving others. I found placement at a place called Blacktown Youth Association, which was a group in Blacktown that helps disadvantaged children in the area through music, hip-hop, interpretive, dance, etc., drama, in order to help do some fun about life and help with their education. When I first went to be a placement, my first impression was this place looks really run down. There was graffiti everywhere. And there was graffiti everywhere. The place was on the very side of the street. It was like an old area. Blacktown is in the industrial area. And however, when I first went in there, I found that people were really nice and helped me get started. The first thing they made me do was file the students' work. So I sat there for hours, looking at a bunch of students' pictures that I thought were drawn by either 2-year-olds or some short responses that I thought were written by 10-year-olds or etc. And then the students walked in, and they were around my age. They were 16 to 15 years old, and the work they had done looked like the kind of work that you would see in a primary school, which really struck me. There was one girl there who I was looking at a clock, and she asked me what the time was, and I said, "There's a clock right there, can't you tell?" And she said, "I don't know how to read clocks." So that really struck me as well, because I thought it was just a common knowledge that anyone would be able to look at the clock and see the time, but there were students here who didn't know how to read the time. I found this really confronting. Through this experience, I was also able to talk to the kids, and I learned about some of their personal experiences. Some of these kids have been through a lot of hardships in their life, and I couldn't even imagine some of the things they had to do. Some of them lived in housing commissions, some of them went to Centrelink just to get by in life. Some of them didn't even live with their families anymore. So being able to be with these kind of children really confronted me with my life, and it made me question how lucky I was that God gave me this life right now, and that maybe through my life I should be helping these kind of children.